Hi everyone, Susan Davis here. This is a video reply to my friend Jackie Gates, who posted a video earlier posing the question, how do you order? She is a barista at a Starbucks, and she was commenting on how customers can be extremely rude when the barista may say, "Hi, how are you today? What can I get for you?" and they just bark their order back at them. Without a please or a thank you or an acknowledgement to the person taking their order. Maybe they'll be talking on their cell phone and they will apologize to the person on the phone for interrupting to give the server their order when really you are going in asking for a service, and if the person behind the counter is actually being gracious and accommodating and ready and willing to serve you, isn't it only common courtesy to extend that back and to make sure that you say please and thank you and acknowledge that person, not just like they're your servant, but they are another human being. And I wanted to turn that around as well and just kind of say that the counter has two sides. I used to be in the food service industry for many years and was always taught to have very high expectations on the inside, because what they taught me is that when you are in a food establishment and you are serving or taking customers' orders, or especially preparing food, the customers behind or on the other side of the counter, all they have to do while they're waiting for their food is to stand and stare and watch what you're doing. So they see every time you rub your nose or move your hair or cough into your hand or sneeze or anything that you do, touch your face, rub your hands together after touching money or taking money and then going and touching food. That's just disgusting. And they wonder why so many people get sick. That was always utmost on my mind when I was working on the other side of the counter. Well, now that I'm no longer in the food service industry, I am, as in there as a customer, and it just blows my mind at the lack of service and happy people, happy employees on the other side of the counter that there is. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I go into an establishment or go through a drive-through and it's, what can I get you? Or can I take your order? There's no please, there's no hi, how are you today? There's none of that. And it just, I sometimes wonder how these businesses stay in business. They wonder why their numbers aren't there. I can tell you, people get tired of not being treated with respect. Or to pull up to the window and, you're sitting there waiting for your order, and yet you've got two employees that are sitting over there smoking cigarettes, out in the parking lot, and there's cars lined up all the way around the drive-through. And then they go in and you wonder, did they wash their hands? It's, you just have to wonder. So I just wanted to answer, Jackie, there are two sides of the counter, and I've been on both sides, as I'm sure you are as well. And it is a two-sided street. Customers can be just as rude as the people on the other side of the counter. That's true. But I think bottom line, you're right, it does come down to the person behind the counter, because that's what they're being paid to do, is to deliver that customer service and that warm greeting, that, hi, welcome, so glad you're here, how can we help you? And then follow it up with the thank you, thanks for coming and seeing us, we appreciate your business. I know that if I treated my customers the way I get treated in a number of establishments, I'd be out of a job and in short order. Customer service is really critical. So my invitation to all of us is to just remember that the person on the other side of the counter, and it's either side, is just as human as you are, and maybe they're having a bad day, and maybe they're upset, but just put a smile on your face, be grateful that the person that's serving you is there to serve you, and be appreciative that there are customers for you to serve throughout the day, because otherwise you wouldn't have a job. And just keep that in mind, and let's all just try to remember the next time you're at an establishment that you say please, thank you, and acknowledge the person that's taking your order or serving your food, and just make them feel special and see how much better service you get during your experience. You guys have a great day, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Have a good night.